Right now at 6, a beagle breeding lab is shutting down in Wisconsin, where the remaining dogs are going.
And Western's president retiring. What advice Stanford is leaving for his successor.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Ridgeland Farms, one of the nation's largest breeders of beagles for laboratory testing, is officially shutting down.
Before that happens, the dogs will be transferred to a new home. News 8 Now's Grace Monk explains from the newsroom. Grace.
The Beagle breeding facility is transferring its final 475 dogs to the Florida-based nonprofit Big Dog Ranch Rescue. 325 are leaving this week and the remaining 150 by August. Ridgeland agreed to end the breeding operations by July 1st as part of a 2025 settlement to avoid animal cruelty charges.
We're committed to ensuring that dogs leaving these facilities are put up for adoption, are given to rescues, and not euthanized. This is why we are currently proposing, working on a bill to stop that from happening.
More than 1,600 dogs were already transferred to shelters and adopters across the country in recent weeks. And Ridgeland is asking the public to refrain from further protests now that the remaining dogs are on their way out. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. A La Crosse teenager is pleading guilty related to a shots fired incident at Pettibone Drive last summer. Antonio Shaw Jr., who was 17 at the time, admitted to illegally possessing a firearm after a prior felony conviction as a juvenile. An attempted homicide charge stemming from the same incident was dismissed as part of the plea deal. A judge sentenced Shaw to 5 years probation, 50 hours of community service, and ordered him to pay court costs.
Governor Evers making a stop in Black River Falls today. He highlighted Wisconsin's tourism record and how local tourist groups and locations helped to break the record again this year. Today he biked to the Foundation Trail to promote the state's outdoor recreation industry.
I think there's no way that any legislator can say that tourism is just some kind of fluff thing. It's not. It's a huge part of our economy, and it's year-round, and so we feel very confident.
Wisconsin's tourism industry brought in nearly 118 million visitors in 2025.
Meantime, Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez making a stop in La Crosse today. She went to the Family and Children's Center to discuss their work addressing domestic and child abuse. She also heard from staff on how they offer mental health care and family support services.
If we can prevent issues from happening before they occur, we know that that's better for the family, it's better for the child. And to be honest, we're going to spend less money at the end of the day because we prevented all of these things from occurring later on.
Rodriguez says the earlier mental health services can invest in a child, the better the outcomes will be for the family.
Congressman Derek Van Orden hosting small business roundtables today. He highlighted that one big beautiful bill, especially 100% expensing for factory purchases. He also promoted the bill's permanent 20% small business deduction and no tax on tips or overtime. Van Orden also says rural Wisconsin communities could expect to see some health care relief.
There's a $50 billion rural healthcare infrastructure fund that was established in the Working Families Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Guess what? That money is going to go to rural communities to make sure that we have actual, affordable, high-quality, readily available healthcare.
Van Orden also highlighted fair trade, deregulation, and other pro-growth policies.
Western Technical College's outgoing president joined other local college leaders at the La Crosse area chamber today. Roger Stanford joined UWL Chancellor James Beebe and Viterbo President Rick Tritley at the monthly Chamber of Commerce Forum. The three leaders discussed enrollment, students' experiences, and the future of their institutions. Before stepping down, Stanford shared a vision for where he thinks the school is headed and some words of advice for his successor.
The next president's got a lot of great ideas. I really think the future of Western is probably a lot stronger data analytics, more predictive analytics. So I'm excited for the next iteration of Western, but don't lose that focus that says every student every day, because we serve all, and that's the heart of who we are, and we really define that, I would say, in the last decade, and I'm proud of that work.
Western has named Kirk Bennett as its next president. He currently serves as vice president at Lone Star College in Texas and takes over the job August 1st.
Well, it was a beautiful Monday today, a slight breeze and a good day to get outside for sure, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely going to continue this pattern of really below average temperatures, but a lot of 70s. If you want heat, humidity nowhere in sight, probably all the way through potentially next week as this pattern really is stuck in place. But it does give us some opportunity for showers passing through an occasional system. And right now, cloud cover's on the increase here and there. Still dry, but notice the winds turn around from the west, indicating we have something that'll be coming through. Otherwise, temperatures for today, high temps basically in the mid to upper 70s. Not quite average, pretty close to most areas, but a few degrees depending on location. We've had a few showers come through Rusk County. Ladysmith, they actually didn't get any precipitation. That has since dissipated. More of the activities further to the west of Minneapolis as a system begins to approach from that direction, along with one from the southwest. That's what will be coming through later, and you can see that shower that went through pretty much has dissipated overall. So no rain issues this evening, just a few clouds being the increase. 68 will be milder than what we saw for the last couple nights too for both locations. Eau Claire, cloud cover increase. Rain chance starts increasing a little bit, but I don't expect much in the way of really shower activity probably until we get past 10 p.m. The bigger story is the cool conditions, but we do have a lot more rain coming probably Wednesday and potentially going into Father's Day weekend too. So we'll explain all that a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Happening now, survey results on the future of Northside swimming being revealed over at Central High School. More than 4,000 residents weighed in, and the majority want a new pool. City and school officials are proposing one shared indoor facility that would be open year-round.
A traffic alert for La Crosse drivers as you head home this evening. Vine Street between 15th and 16th is closed, along with 16th Street between Vine and State. No word yet on when the streets will reopen.
On Alaska's 175th anniversary medallion hunt is on. The hunt runs through June 24th with 10 clues dropping daily at 8 a.m. on the city's website and Facebook page. First person to find the hidden medallion wins $250. Today's hint: for 175 years, we celebrate a town born where river waters flow. We remember and honor the early settlers who helped Unalaska grow. Along the shores, history still shines bright. Look hard. The medallion will not be found in plain sight.
Well, more feathered friends needed rescuing this week. The town of Shelby Fire Department carefully pulling ducklings from a storm drain one by one.
The firefighters handled the tiny animals with patience and care, and the department says it's moments like these that remind you why the job matters. All of them made it out safely. Still to come, peace deal progress. When and where the official signing ceremony to end the conflict is set to take place.
Plus, how NASA is pushing to connect and inspire with the next generation.
Tomorrow, starting at 5 a.m., Chick-fil-A ditching the dining room, plus is a popular Matt Damon movie franchise coming back. And Nicole's tracking your weather. We'll see you starting at 5 a.m.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
It's June Dairy Month, and there's no better place to celebrate than Westby Cooperative Creamery. Since 1903, our farmer-owned cooperative has proudly crafted high-quality dairy products right here in Wisconsin. Our farm families are committed to caring for their cows, protecting the land, and producing dairy products you can feel good about bringing home to your family. Stop into the Westby Creamery Cheese Store for weekly June Dairy Month specials and stock up on your favorite cheeses and dairy treats. Celebrate June Dairy Month with Westby Creamery.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
We want every meal
to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share. From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together
over delicious food. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
It was supposed to be a patio. They had the right idea, but the wrong tools. Not anymore. With the John Deere 3 Series tractor's easy-to-change implements, this palette of possibilities is finally going to fulfill its destiny.
Conquer every task on your list. Visit Tractor Central. Take a seat and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
President Trump says the U.S. and Iran have reached an agreement to end the war with a formal signing set for Friday.
Trump made the announcement at the G7 summit in France, where world leaders are gathering this week. An official signing ceremony is set for Friday in Geneva, with Vice President J.D. Vance representing the U.S.
Everybody's breathing a sigh of relief in Europe and around the world that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be reopened, because the nightmare scenario was going to be that this dragged right through the summer.
The deal triggers 60 days of follow-up talks, including how to dismantle Iran's nuclear stockpile. Israel says it is not bound by the agreement, while the U.S. says it expects all parties to cooperate.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says the Department of Justice is investigating him and his wife. Newsom accused President Trump of having a personal vendetta and targeting a political enemy. The investigation focuses on people connected to Newsom over possible tax-related crimes. Newsom says he and his wife have nothing to hide.
From Artemis II's record-breaking lunar flyby to unveiling the first phase of its moon base plans, it's been a busy year for NASA and space exploration.
And just last week, NASA unveiling its primary crew for Artemis III. Michael Yoshida reports on how this new space age is reaching and hoping to inspire the next generation.
A historic launch, moon base unveiling, and new crew announcement.
We are in a golden age of exploration.
Astronaut Kjell Lindgren says just as his imagination was captured by watching the Apollo astronauts, decades later, a new generation is seeing what's possible.
It is the human and human spaceflight that makes the endeavor so challenging, but it is also the human and human spaceflight that makes it so compelling.
Helping make that connection, NASA's embracing digital media. In 2025, the agency overhauled its social media strategy to better connect with audiences, an effort evident during Artemis II, bringing people along for the ride in ways prior moon missions couldn't.
How cool is that? We get their playlists, we get to see their videos, we get to follow along. You know, the little things that happen during the mission make it real.
NASA's Najud Moranci says going beyond polished, perfectly curated, influencer-type content and sharing real, organic moments and emotions is key.
It's the crew being excited about seeing flashes of micrometeoroids on the moon, the bottle of Nutella floating through the cabin. It's those little things that I think have the most impact.
And for those inspired, but aren't sure where they might fit in this new world of space exploration,
I hope they just keep following along and then let their curiosity guide them. There are so many avenues to supporting this, and it's not just the traditional engineering and scientist roles.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
definitely cool conditions continue this week, but we do have rain chances tonight and a much better one with some heavier rain possible come Wednesday. We'll time both those out and give you a first glimpse of what the Father's Day weekend may have in store. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know dads, the ones who know how to build it all, grill it all, and fix it all while still taking the time to share it all. So show them how much you care with great Father's Day gifts for one-of-a-kind dads. Like these Special Buy men's Hey Dudes, $29.99. This 4-burner Blackstone griddle, $479.99. Rewards members save an extra $30. And select interior automotive accessories, 20% off. Find value on the gifts he'll value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. So when the job is heavy, GMC Sierra HD reports for duty. During GMC Truck Month, get 4.9% APR plus $2,000 purchase cash on 2026 GMC Sierra heavy-duty Denali models.
Ever since I was 5 years old, it's been all about football. It's been about running, jumping, blocking, tackling. I have terrible foot issues that prevented me from really having a normal life with my kids. With the Good Feet Arch Supports, man, I'm always ready. My kids actually got to enjoy me in the yard more, racing each other, backpedaling, teaching them some things, being a dad.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Taste a sweet strawberry, a Jolivet strawberry. Stop by Jolivet Family Farms today for some fresh Jolivet's homegrown strawberries. Available 7 days a week in the market. Pick your own. Check for availability. Jolivet's also features a large selection of fresh vegetables and homegrown produce. There is no sweeter strawberry in the world than a Jolivet strawberry. Only at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Yeah, we're getting more of our typical June pattern that we'd like to see, more of a west, northwest type of jet, kind of like this, how this is oriented. That really means that the west begins to heat up, and they usually do heat up in June and dry out before monsoon activity starts coming up later in July, and that's when we get more activity. So to see this is not unusual, and then we sometimes can turn the winds around a little bit to the west, south too, and then we warm up and heat up, but it doesn't last too long. And we're going to be under this pattern for the most part all the way through Father's Day. You can see a really strong jet really taking place. Here's a little bit of a dip right there, indicating that we have a system come through. That's the one that Wednesday night provides a lot more opportunity for heavier rain, because we are going to get a little bit better moisture feed from the south. And then overall for the weekend coming up, we do see a little bit of that arch getting a little bit closer to us, indicating more milder conditions likely. Unfortunately, that does come with more precipitation. You can see that jet begins to come back overhead. So the weekend, and we do have chances coming back in for rain probably on Father's Day, but it will be a little bit milder. For rain chances tonight through tomorrow morning, it's light showers, light amounts. Maybe tomorrow afternoon you might see a thunderstorm near Eau Claire, closer to where the low is, but overall any amounts will be fairly light. A lot of areas will be dry Tuesday. The heavier rainfall comes in Wednesday, especially Wednesday morning south of I-90. We could see some stronger storms in the afternoon. Not expecting widespread severe, but gusty winds, some small hail come through with the system. It's a little bit stronger. And then Father's Day, Saturday night and Father's Day, there's a lot of questions on how much precipitation yet, but I do think chances come back in. Another system comes back in, especially on Father's Day, so we'll keep that in check too. Here's the system that's coming through tonight. Really, the stronger fronts up to the north, but it's just going to basically dig southeast. Low pressure here. A lot of scattered showers, a few storms, and you do see some winds coming up. There have been some gusty winds with this activity, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, but nothing severe really. And overall, just a few spotty showers developed, or even a storm up towards Ladysmith. That has since dissipated. We have activity then approaching from the west. It will take some time to get here, but that's what we're tracking. Really, as we get closer to after 10 p.m., there's like 2 rounds here from about 10 p.m. about 2. You see activity starts to get widely scattered into the area. Then it looks like around midnight to 1 to 2, that's about the primary to see scattered showers come through. You can see activity here still fairly light. And then we'll see a little bit of a break for a lot of areas from about 2 a.m. to about 5 a.m. besides just north of Eau Claire. The morning commute overall, most of the area looks fairly good, except if you're near Eau Claire, you'll see scattered showers. It's really after the morning commute ends, getting closer to noon, that you'll see activity start to pick up a little bit with a little bit of daytime heating. You can see the spin going on in the atmosphere. Once again, a thunderstorm is possible. Most of this will be showers. Could see some gustier winds if some of these develop, but once again, not expecting anything severe too. By the time we get to about 2 to 3, everything pushes off to the east, and it's fairly quiet for the rest of the night. You see Tuesday's temperatures still below average. We should be the upper 70s near 80, but we will have a little bit of sun in the afternoon to get those temperatures into the 70s for most areas. The activity Wednesday is a little bit stronger. Noted in the morning too, you see a lot of activity starts to develop near the morning commute, and then it really expands into some heavier rainfall south of I-90. We'll have a break, and then as the front gets closer in the afternoon, we'll start seeing scattered showers developing ahead of the low, and basically it comes right across the area. Good news on that. Strong storms are possible, but the severe threat really is mainly south, kind of south of where the warm front is. You can see where the severe threat is. Once again, very low, but not completely zero. And temperatures as we go into Wednesday, really cool, probably in the 60s for most areas, given this precipitation and cloud cover. And then we'll start kind of drying out towards the weekend, the beginning of the weekend, I should say. But we do have rain chances coming back in for Father's Day, but the temperatures do come back up closer to average. But nowhere do we have 90s, nowhere do we have a lot of humidity. Even going into next week, the pattern is not that such either.
There we go. Summertime cool.
So far, as we go into the summertime actually officially starts here coming soon.
Yeah,
next
there
week.
you go. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a shocker in Atlanta. The most bizarre result of the FIFA World Cup so far happening earlier today. Plus, Pat Murphy praising his ball club after they take 2 of 3 from a surging Phillies team. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Get 4th of July savings now at Home Furniture and score a free 75-inch TV with a purchase of $29.99 for the ultimate viewing experience. Or take an extra 10% off the home price. 4th of July savings now at Home Furniture.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Hurry into any Maury's Auto Group location for their used car savings event this Friday and Saturday, June 19th and 20th. For 2 days only, shop Maury's wide selection of used vehicles at exceptional prices and get a $500 gas card with the purchase of a used vehicle. Have a vehicle to trade? Stop in for a quick appraisal. The first 15 appraisals each day get a $20 gift card. Plus, enjoy free food and more while you shop. Visit Maury's.com for details. Get more with Maury's.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Hurry into Home Seasonal Concepts for the patio overstock sale. Get over 50% off select collections, but when they're gone, they're gone. Plus, save on select in-stock patio umbrellas, fire tables, seat cushions, and protective covers during the patio overstock sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, what a series win for the Brewers yesterday as they had to go through one of the best pitchers in baseball, Christopher Sanchez, to get the victory in the finale, but the Crew able to blank the Phillies 4-0. Jackson Chourio set the tone with a leadoff home run against the Philadelphia ace, marking Chourio's 5th homer in the last 5 games and 7th in June to lead the majors. Then in the 4th inning, Blake Perkins delivering a huge blow, a 3-run shot to left to make it 4-0. And from there, the Milwaukee pitching staff would shut down the Phillies offense. Here's a pleased Pat Murphy after the game.
Truly, I'm happy for the guys. That's what it's about. You know, I'm happy for the guys to be in a battle like this against the team built for the World Series and that type pitching. And, you know, that's what this whole thing's about, is to try to, you know, be in these environments as much as you can and keep your poise and, you know, hopefully win a couple of them, you know.
Milwaukee is off today, then we'll start up a 3-game set with the Guardians on Tuesday. And during that series, we'll more than likely get our first look at Cooper Pratt in a Brewers uniform, as it's been confirmed that the 21-year-old infielder has been called up to the majors. He's the franchise's number 4 prospect, and he signed an 8-year contract with the franchise back in April. He was hitting .244 with 6 homers and 17 stolen bases in AAA this season. Meanwhile, the Vikings made their training camp plans official today for those fans planning on making the trip to the Twin City Orthopedics Performance Center, Minnesota, with 13 open practices beginning April 1st and concluding August 20th with a joint practice against the Ravens. Tickets for the general public opens June 18th at 10 a.m. The full list of dates is on the Vikings team website. And how about this? Earlier today, the country of Cape Verde sent the first shockwave through the FIFA World Cup group stages. In their first ever World Cup appearance, they tied one of the favorites to win the whole tournament in Spain in a 0-0 draw. Cape Verde's goalkeeper Vozinha was the hero as the 40-year-old held an electric attacking team in the Spaniards' scoreless for 90 minutes. And for those wondering, the population of Cape Verde, not even 600,000. Spain's almost 50 million. So that is quite the result in their first ever time at the World Cup. Crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen in the first few days of the World Cup a lot of those smaller countries being in lopsided losses to some of the more juggernaut, teams in international play. So this was literally quite the shock.
And they were celebrating like they won the game, which they pretty much did. I mean, it's a win for them to tie one of the best.
Huge result.
They both
They both get 1 point, and they got to keep playing in their group stage.
Got to finish group stage. But
just the first step. But
Cape Verde could draw one other opponent out of their last two and potentially make it to the next round.
Would be quite the story.
Yeah. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Real honest news between dance challenges and book recommendations. Follow us on TikTok at WKBT News 8 Now.
It was supposed to be a patio. They had the right idea, but the wrong tools. Not anymore. With the John Deere 3 Series tractor's easy-to-change implements, this palette of possibilities is finally going to fulfill its destiny.
Conquer every task on your list. Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a Deere. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
For real deals and real people, you come to Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop upholstery from Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Try sofas, love seats, and recliners in power or manual. Need a lift? Affordably priced lift chairs. Decorate your dining room with a new table set. Make your sleep better with a new mattress or adjustable base. Dressers, chests, and nightstands to pick from. Laid on a new rug, multiple sizes available. We now offer 6 to 12-month financing. Summer-long sidewalk sales, family and veteran-owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
As a teacher, I think it's important that students here in Wisconsin become proficient and ideally strong in math.
We need to keep teachers like you here. That's what motivated UW-Madison's Wisconsin Teacher Pledge program.
By covering the cost of tuition, the Teacher Pledge enables us to teach in areas and subjects where we're needed the most.
We're working to fill these gaps, and those who benefit are the youth of Wisconsin.
When we stay in Wisconsin to teach, that's a win for everyone.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
We got light showers later tonight through about tomorrow morning. Just light activity. Most of the afternoon will be probably dry, and then heavier rainfall comes back in Wednesday. And we kind of have a little bit of a dry stretch. And keep your eye on Sunday with Father's Day with the rain. We'll see if that continues to develop too. But overall temperatures, pleasant.
Very pleasant. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight at 6.
We'll see you right back here at 10.